All right, let's talk about something we all face, structuring our thoughts so we can speak clearly and with confidence. We're going to dive into some really amazing insights from Mr. Ivan over at Conversational English Only and build a simple, super powerful system you can use.
You know that feeling, right? Someone asks you a question or you need to share an idea and poof, your mind just goes completely blank. It's so frustrating, and believe me, it happens to everyone. But the good news is, there's a way out.
So, what if there was a system for this? A go-to method you could rely on every single time? Well, there is, and we're going to build it together, step by step. We'll start with the basics, the foundation, and we'll finish up with a super simple formula you can literally start using today.
Okay, first things first, we gotta build our foundation. Think of it like building a house. You can't just start throwing up walls, right? You need a solid blueprint. And that's exactly what we're doing for our message. These are the 3 core ideas you need to have in your head before you even open your mouth.
And it all kicks off with 3 really simple steps. Number 1, know your purpose. Why are you even speaking? Are you trying to inform someone or persuade them? Number 2, gather your points. And you don't need a million of them. Just 2 to 4 key ideas is perfect. And finally, number 3, use a structure. How are you going to organize it? Purpose, points, structure. That's it. That's where we start.
And here's the best part. The structure can be super simple. Seriously, you don't need to reinvent the wheel here. That classic setup, introduction, body, conclusion, it works for a reason. It's perfect. Just say what you're going to say it with your key points, and then wrap it all up. It's a tried and true way to make sure people actually get your message.
All right, so we've got our blueprint. We have a plan. But, a list of points on its own can feel a bit robotic, right? It's not really a conversation. So now let's talk about how to make it all flow. The real magic is in connecting your ideas smoothly so it sounds natural.
And you know what the easiest trick is for that? Linking words. Seriously, think of these words as bridges that connect your ideas. They take your listener by the hand and guide them from one point to the next. When you use words like also, or however, or therefore, you instantly sound more organized, and it makes what you're saying so much easier for people to follow.
Next up, I've got this brilliant little mental hack for you. It's called chunking. See, our brains have like a limited amount of RAM, right? We can only hold so much information at one time. So chunking is just the simple act of breaking your speech down into smaller, bite-sized pieces. It totally reduces that feeling of mental overload, both for you and for the person listening.
So here's what that actually looks like. Instead of stressing about remembering one giant, long speech, you just have to remember, say 4 small chunks. Chunk 1 is your intro. Chunk 2 is your first point and its example. Chunk 3 is your second point, you get the idea. Suddenly it feels way more manageable, doesn't it? Okay, so we've built the foundation. We've figured out how to make it flow. And now it's time for the secret weapon, the part I know you've been waiting for. We're calling it the OPE Super Formula. This little tool brings everything together, and it's an absolute lifesaver for those moments when you're put on the spot.
So what is it? It's OPE. That stands for opinion, point, and example. It is so simple, but it is so incredibly powerful for structuring your thoughts, like instantly. This is your new best friend for when you get asked a surprise question and you need to sound clear, confident, and you need to do it fast.
Okay, so let's break it down. It all starts with O for opinion. The key here is to just be direct. Don't beat around the bush, state your main idea or your answer right up front. Bam! I think online learning is very effective. See? It's clear, it's direct, and it immediately sets the stage for what you're about to say. Then comes P for point. This is your why. This is your backup, your evidence. Why do you believe that opinion you just stated? Give 2, maybe 3 clear reasons. For example, first, it saves travel time. And second, you can learn at your own pace. Just like that, you backed up your opinion with solid logic.
And finally, we get to E, for example. And honestly, this might be the most powerful part of the whole thing. The example is what makes your point real. It's what makes it stick in people's minds. A quick, specific story brings it all to life. For instance, just last week I was able to study for 3 solid hours online without any interruptions. See how much more vivid and believable that makes everything?
And hey, want to know a little pro tip to really stick the landing, to make it feel super polished? Think OPO. Yeah, OPO. All you do is, after you give your example, you just circle right back and repeat your main opinion one more time as a conclusion. It just ties a perfect little bow on the whole thing.
So there you have it. We've gone through the blueprint, the tricks to make your speech flow, and an awesome OFFIP formula. But now comes the most important part of all, actually putting these tools into practice.
So I want you to think of all this as your brand new communication toolkit, right? When you've got time to prep, you'll use the blueprint, purpose, points, structure. To make your delivery smoother, you'll use those linking words and chunking. And when you're put on the spot, you've got that amazing OPE formula in your back pocket.
So, you officially have the tools. You have the system. The only thing left to do is, well, use them. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you have this toolkit, what's the very first idea you're going to share?